Okay, so it's been pretty close to 20 years since we've seen this match. This will also be the first time this match will be in the WWE multiverse. It's because it's part of the NXT universe. That's right, I'm talking about TakeOver Houston WARGAMES. Now, I will try to explain the normal part of WARGAMES. WARGAMES is normally a 5-on-5 double ring giant cage. So 2 rings, gigantic cage covering both rings. At the network you can see almost all of them. And I think they did put, I think they have Sting's Squadron versus Dangerous Alliance, which is a great WARGAMES. I'll explain the rules of a normal WARGAMES. You have 2 teams of 5. You begin with 1 member from each team for a 5-minute interval. Well, for a given interval. Then there's a coin toss. The winning team, normally the heel team because it makes the story of the match babyface in peril the whole time. The winning team, at the end of 5 minutes, sends in 1 person. Given interval, normally about 2 minutes. Losing team sends in a person. Winning team, losing team. Winning team, losing team. Winning team, losing team. Once all 5 people are in the ring, that's then when it's by, effectively it's submission or surrender. So when they would describe it, it's like, for the first 5 minutes it's a 1-on-1 match, then there'd be a coin toss, and then 2-on-1 for 2 minutes, 2-on-2 for 2 minutes, 3-on-2 for 2 minutes, 3-on-3 for 2 minutes, 3-on-4 for 4 minutes, 4-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-4, 5-on-5. And when the 5th person enters the ring, the match beyond begins. Confusing? It's almost TNA-esque. There's so many rules to it. But then once the match begins, it's a submission. Someone has to say they quit. They did actually, one of the last official WARGAMES, because they did like a triple cage version on Nitro, was 3 3-person teams. It was, like Team NWO, Team WCW, and Team Wolfpack, where the winner, not the winning team, it was the winner, the person who scored a pinfall, got to take on the champ at Halloween Havoc. Which made it odd, because then you weren't working as a team, because if you're on Team WCW, well, I want to get the pinfall, because then I get the match. So it kind of was an odd match to watch. But plus, with people in different intervals, if you're in the match longer, you kind of have the benefit of maybe getting the chance for an earlier pinfall. Will they do this pinfall style? I don't know. But watching it, because I knew they made the announcement earlier, but watching it, and they're like, you 3 teams of 3 be involved in a match that we haven't seen in 20 years, and the crowd's like, Cattle from Hell? What match haven't we seen that long of a time? And then the moment they said, it will be 2 rings, I was like, done. It's the freaking 2. It's 2 rings in the giant cage. I'm like, oh, mind blown, because in the past they've pitched a WARGAMES idea. Ironically, they mentioned doing it for Shield versus the Brotherhood, which would have been odd, because you would have had the 3 members of the Shield, and then Dusty, Cody, and Dusty. If anything, they should have done that match in a chamber, because a chamber works for 2 or 3 people groups. And you begin with a 1-on-1 match, put your teams in the pods, boom, heel comes out, boom, face comes out, and boom, you can do it for a much smaller group with the Elimination Chamber. But man, it's gonna be sick. It's such a Dusty concept match. There was normally the Horseman or some guy who had a stable taking on your primary face and just his buddies. And the story of the babyface in peril, like the whole match, was brilliant. Because you know it's hard to be like, oh, so and so sucks. When they're fighting 2-on-1 and they do the babyface comeback, there's always that small babyface comeback. Numbers game get on him. He's beaten down for like a minute. New face comes in. It's like a hot tag. The match when Dusty was like constant hot tag. It's like, oh, 2-on-1, beat down on the face. Face comes in. Face on fire, wailing on everything. Faces hold their own. Third guy shows up. Numbers game. Beats the two-face down. Crowd. Boo! Babyface comes in. House of fire. Swinging, punching, kicking, scratching, gouging eyes. Or taking, like, bladed gauntlets and digging them into J.J. Dillon's face. And it's just... If you have the network, they've actually got a collection of war games. Watch them. My favorite, beyond the Sting Squadron and the Dangerous Alliance, which is it's a beautiful war games. They actually do one that wasn't televised, so there's no announcers. And that's different. Because you're just watching wrestling on TV, there's announcers. When you watch a match, there's no announcers. It's like you're there live, and it's really weird. And then you can really tell the different eras of wrestling. The way the wrestlers look, the way the match is built, the way the crowd reacts. Because during the dust here, it's like punches and kicks. It's like, oh, somebody had a drop kick. Or, you know, a DDT, like laid somebody out for about a minute. And if you see that it's not, you know, rated PG, if it's rated anything higher, it's going to have blood. So super, super stoked for NXT WARGAMES. It's going to be amazing. That whole weekend's going to be great because you have Justice League on Friday, NXT WARGAMES on Saturday, and Sunday, Raw vs. SmackDown Survivor Series.